Come on, this town dog again. I'm back and I'm gonna try to do another flight simulator. I've got my little Waco out. This is a Waco taper wing, and we're gonna see if we can fly this thing from somewhere in Oregon to up into Washington a little ways. I don't know how far the flight is. I haven't checked the distance. I've got a little navigation route laid out on paper. I don't have any flight plan or anything. I'm not going to try to do it on VA. I'm just going to fly it. This is the plane of my choice today. It's my little Waco. It's fairly peppy. It'll do whatever. If we get into trouble in the mountains, it'll get you out of it. Now, it's supposed to be sitting in a place in Oregon. The name of it is, let me find this again. I'm about to get back. Volney Long Creek. Volney Long Creek. And the ICAO is OR, which is Oregon, and 07. We'll be leaving here on a heading of due north, 360 degrees, and we'll be using the VOR. I don't know how far it is to it. May come on right away, maybe a little further. I hope it's not too far. But once we get high enough to pick it up, it'll be VOR 114. I've got to check that. That looks wrong. I'll go 11417. I know better than that. So now it's, I guess, good time to go on them out and check it. So here we go. I got it down here. It's probably 11410, I believe, but I don't know for sure. All I know to check is go look. So here we go. I was supposed to brought up something else besides that too. I brought two things now. In order to check the VOR, we got to go to. Let's just zoom it back out a little, and a little more, and a little more. This gives me this one. This one, I guess that's it right there. Yeah, VOR Pendleton, and it's 70, not one. It's 70, and I had how I got 17. I have no idea. Let me find it. Where's it at now? The guy wrote down one thing and read another. 11470 is the VOR. What we're looking at here is I just decided I was going to pick me up at least two VORs to get me up there. This being the closest one that's, or which one was it? Now I just looked at it. On neither one of them is it now. This is it right here though. Okay, it was it. I just wasn't getting on the right part of it. We're going to go to Pendleton, VOR, high altitude, and Pendleton, PDT. And from where I'm sitting, that is, it's probably not due north. It's probably 5 degrees to the west, be my guess. Cause, well, I don't know. It might be due north. We'll try to do north. Well, that's my intention for. In order to go from here to here, I'm calling that due east, because I do know that north is out this way. It ain't up. It's over this way, about that much. So it's due east for 260, 270 by my guess, but it's hard over here to actually judge them. So as long as they're high, they're both high altitudes, so there's no problem to find. All you can do is fly somewhat toward them, they'll pick them up. So that's all that really matters. So we're going to do that right there. We're going to try to end up in Yakima, Washington, where I spent 30 days of my time in the military. About 30 days working on fences for the National Guard firing range over there back in 1966. Anyway, well, 66, 67. I was drafted late 66, I guess 67. But anyway, that area. We spent about 30 days out there. From 339th Engineers sent us down there to, a group of us down there to build them fences just before the National Guard come in and do their test firing. And since we were down there during test firing, our commanding officer was good enough to loan us to them. So we spent 2 weeks in the field with the National Guard also, just to have more enjoyment we could have. So that's what it was. We just got a little extra enjoyment there, spend time out in the field firing weapons and stuff. So they were supposed to qualify or familiarize with all the weapons. We ended up firing most of them, and they ended up watching us do it. I know several guys that fired weapons for them instead of them firing them, so I don't know if I actually did or not. That's been a lot of years ago. I don't remember everything that happened, but I do know we spent 2 weeks in the field trying to dig foxholes in solid rock base, and you can't do it. We scraped the top off and sat down and said, here we are, we got a foxhole. That was about it. And we was being in maneuvers for them, and they had 2 different teams trying to attack each other. We was on top of a hill, and I think we was on the wrong hill. And we had 8-inch guns or 6-inch guns sitting behind us firing 2 shots every hour. And they tell us to be sure and pay attention about the time it's going to fire, and don't hold your mouth closed. Little things, when them guns fire, you can see the shock wave of the grass would lay down, and I set back up just a shock wave from it. And after a couple of days of that out there in the field playing around, then they got after a long hike up through what you look out there is desert. You call it what you want to, but it's desert out there. That's all it is. And we hiked up through all that junk for how long, and force marched up them hills and found the top of the hill and sat down and made us a camp. And then we sat there for 2 or 3 days, them firing them guns. They were so awesome. Then the jets started coming over like strafing us, and you could see them coming up through the valley. You couldn't even hear them. They'd be below you coming up, and you could see them coming. And you would not hear them till they passed. Once they passed, it'd almost take your breath. It looked like you could touch the bottom of them. Just so close. But they was makeshift, attacking our hill. And then they supposed to have a maneuver. Some people trying to come in. I think everybody got lost out there to maneuver. But anyway, that's the way it went for 2 weeks, and we got it all done behind us and back to our company. But we had to build fences around that firing range. It was a tank firing range, I think. And they told us whatever you find on the ground, do not pick it up, because they could have missed some ordnance that didn't go off. If you pick it up, it could go off with your hand. So we made a point not to pick too much of it up. I said too much. Okay. That's where that went. So now we're going to get back to the aircraft. That was enough of my story for today. This is my little walk on. We're going to fly it today. So I thought I'd zoom in here and show you something really pretty right quick. You think I ain't good looking here, you watch this right here. Well, I can't get it to move now. He's supposed to be zooming in, he ain't done it. Why ain't he zooming in? Here you go, the wrong button's reason. Look at this thing. You think I ain't good looking here. That Red Baron ain't got nothing on me. Got blood all over my shirt and everything. I didn't know that, I just saw that. He was really tough, wasn't he? But anyway, that's a good looking fellow right there in that little plane they got set up here. I'm gonna go back around behind it now, back out away from it a little bit, like I would ordinarily use it. Straight behind it, about that far. That's about the way I like to keep it. Now, since it don't have a lot of excess equipment to start it up with, we might try it one time, but it don't have any power switches, so I guess I'll turn the power on from auto switches. And we got lights here. What we got? Where we started to get the lights on. If it don't start, it's another story. Let's make sure the fuel's on. Don't have a fuel switch. Well, it started without messed up, so we got that. We got a full tank of fuel. 81 gallons, enough to go a long way. 350 miles or so, because I've done had this plane do that. That's the reason it's got that much fuel, because I had to do that once. So I added tanks to get it across the ocean in one spot. With 350 miles from 350, 360, something like it, from Iceland to the nearest point in the United States, Canada actually, over to the continent over here. And that was what we was doing. I went around the world in this plane more than once. Well, I went all the way around the world once, but I've been all over, so I've probably been around more than once flying, at least. But anyway, now we're back to here. We're going to go back outside a minute. Now let's get this thing on the runway. Now this thing, they said this is called Long Creek, and that's a road there. And I think I see the center line of it. I thought maybe it might have been a creek when I first saw it, but that appears to be a road, not a creek. The name of this place here is Long Creek, but it looks like a long and far creek. It looks more like a desert to me. Say what you want to about this one, but all I see is desert. Creek dried up a long time ago. Here we go. We're getting ready to go. I'm not hearing much airplane sound this morning. Have I got it turned off, or what have I got? It's my headset down. That's what it is. Should be loud enough. I hope it is. I don't want to cut it at this point, so I hope it's alright. Voice should be alright right there. Airplane don't sound excessively loud, but I don't want it too loud at the same time. I do want to be able to hear it. Listen to this thing rumble. That's a good sounding engine. Now we're going to get back inside the plane for takeoff. Now I always use autopilot a lot, so let's get it up. I don't know what the altitude we're sitting at is. Let's see. We're sitting at an altitude of 3,800 feet. So it's going to take 6,000 just to say we're off the ground then. Good. Go about 6,000. We'll probably have to get above 8 mountains out of here, but let's start at 6,000. This thing climbs pretty good. That's not a problem. And I'm going to say about 110 to 120. This thing should do that easy enough. That should be getting close to the max though. Being this was a race race day, the real plane was. This is set up to do as much or more. So it'll probably do. I don't remember what it'll do, but I'll fly it. I forget from time to time. I guess that's got a little bit to do with being old, but it's got a lot to do with not knowing. Here we go now. We're ready to go. We're sitting on the runway looking down it, so all we got to do is get the nose up and get her in the air. Here we go. Once we get her in the air, we'll see what we're going to do for distance or for direction. Nose down where we see the runway. After that, we can steer it a little bit. Yep, I got off the runway already. Well, let's just get off this way. If you can't stay on it one way, just get off the other way, get up in the air. This thing will fly by the time the tail comes up. It's all that matters. Now we're going to set this right here. And we'll set that right there. And I'm going to set this on runway heading and then go to 360. So it'll take over, then we're going to go to 360. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it up to 8,000. I'm pretty sure these mountains are going to be some pretty tall stuff up in here. 8,500, there we go. I'm still choked up from a dust from mowing, I think. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, it's got to be choked pretty heavy. Let's turn this around to 360 and get out of here. As soon as I get turned, I'll see about my... Well, come on, right? Quit flipping buttons. There we go. Now, like I say, my first VOR I'm looking for is, I'll say, 1,470. 1,470. 114. Keep an eye. Yeah, 11470. Got all them numbers I talked about wrong, but 11470 is right. So we'll bring the radio stack up right here. I'm gonna drop that down and use that one. That's exactly right there. And we'll get this one here then. We'll make it the same thing. Then we got on here, they're both on, so that's it. Now we turn to the north and it is about 10 degrees to our left. So let's just go to that, 10 degrees to the left. Once it comes on, you no longer need a general heading, you need to fly to it. If that's your intentions, that was my intentions. What you plan on doing means as much as what you do. We're trying to get this green arrow here to the top. It's easy to see if we bring it up here. Trying to get that green arrow line over that little red dot. That's what I'm headed for. At the same time, to get to stay above us, land, stay out of the trees. I don't think I worry too much about trees out here. I may have to get a little sand around your wheels, burn your bearings out, roll around the sand, but other than that, I started, I guess, in Oregon because my truck simulator just got the Oregon map out. This last on the 4th. They come out a new map, state for the truck driver. I put it in. Drove it a few days. We hadn't watched it. A few loads. So I'm gonna go back in maybe after a while and drive it. But I'm gonna get a little simulator first. Now since we're in the air and everything seems like going our way, we can go outside the plane a few minutes. So this is also early morning, so we got shadows playing down in there. That's because the sun's still real low and it's throwing casting shadows off these mountains. So wherever it is, spot of ground right to here. Almost an oasis out there by itself. Look there. Anyway, we're up in here, these mountains flying out across here. Let's see how far we got to go there. I didn't check that, but we're 40-something miles from that VOR is all, so that's not bad at all. This is going to make this about close to 100-mile trip altogether, probably. So once we get to that VOR, we'll swing 270 and look for that other one. It'll probably be already on, so once we turn, we'll go ahead and look for it. I'm not going to look for it till I turn, though. Our new heading is 347, and we're about 3 or 4 degrees actually west of the. I'm going to go back over. Make it 350 and see what happens. Trying to get that green arrow a little more center. I think I overshot that. That's alright. Looks pretty good there now. Make it 350 instead of 360. That's 10 degrees off where I first called it, I guess. Which if it'd been 200 miles, still be good enough. Because as soon as we climb high enough, it'd come on. Or get closer. But either way, we'd be getting closer. A little ominous weather today. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but we're going to try it. It's set up on real world weather, and in this thing, it seems like everything happens. You have snow when it's not supposed to snow and everything else. It's just whatever happens. So that's what we're going to try to get going here today, and see if we can't get this thing over the Yakima. There's a little city down there. I don't know what it is, because I guess I need to start using one of them programs where I can find out who's who and where they're at, because it would tell me what those cities are if I knew how to handle it. But anyway, I hadn't started doing that yet. We might here in a few weeks, I don't know. Got too much going on to consider too much of that right now. All buzz, man, he ain't buzz. Ground's disturbed pretty heavy down there, ain't it? Uh-huh. 'Try to get this little flight done here after a while. I got it's day Sunday though. Got something I need to do because I didn't finish it yesterday. We went visiting instead of me going back to my job. So now I left it undone for now. Like a world trying to break little cracks in. Erosion. 37 miles to the VOR at Pendleton VOR. We'll leave it on heading at 270 to Yakima VOR. You know, I don't see it wrote down here. That was smart. I got it on my book. Oh, that I've got. Take the sound off a few minutes, but I can get that. Yakima's bottom page, Washington. Actually, middle page, I got a lot of overseas stuff below that. It'll take me a few minutes so the sound stops on the desktop while I'm doing this. There's Texas, Utah, Washington. Yakima Air Terminal, VOR is 1600. I didn't write it down after going to it and looking at it. Wrote one down wrong, didn't write that down at all, so that's alright. Now, 1600. At 11600.00, so alright. Now we got that ready. What we can do now while we're cruising along here, go ahead and get this ready. 1600. Right there. And I'm going to look and see if it's on. It is on. We're not going to use it till it turns. But it is on now, so I've already got it made. I can turn now. But it wouldn't stay true to my flight plan that I got planned. So we're going to go on into this VOR and then turn, and that'll stay more true to it. And I'm going to set this right here up on the outleg at 270. Well, if it goes the right way, it goes the wrong way. There we go. 270 dead west. Right there. I'm going to set that right there. Oh, it come on already. I ain't ready for that. Oh, I see what it is right here. They've got a GPS set up too somewhere. Try to turn to the GPS in. Now I put this back on, that back on. It's still, no, the heading book's what wobble, not the navigation, I think. It's not supposed to turn navigation yet. It's just a heading book off just a little bit there. Because I wobbled a while ago. To change directions. Now, since we're using the heading bug, instead of flying straight to this, I want to fly a little bit to the west of it like I was doing it first. The difference being that it's now more let the autopilot take over and turn me. I went down. Why did I do that? That was at 500. I want this one, heading bug, to go back that way till this becomes about 5 or 10 degrees to the east of me. That'll give me a turning point a few miles away from the airport, which will help it turn without having all the confusion. Now right there, that'll turn us without any problem. We'll fly almost that VOR and turn away from it by sidestepping it. We'll sidestep it to the west and turn west. If you're going to do that, you need to always sidestep to the direction you're turning. Don't sidestep behind it. You don't want to have to turn and cross it. Not with the autopilot. Only ones I do that with is ADL and VOR that has direction but won't fly your plane. I'll go behind it to line it up before I cross it. ADL, you get behind it and then get your needle pointed at the headings you want to leave it before you cross it. And then when you cross it, it'll turn around backwards, but you'll be flying the right direction. .1 miles out, it's 10 or so degrees to our right. Let's see what else is out here. We got somebody coming into the server. We had one when I started a helicopter flying over, but he decided to leave before I actually got started. I was sitting on the ground in the back. I saw dust around my plane. I thought, what in the world? Wind blowing here? Got dust up. I ain't never seen dust blow up in here by the wind. I looked around. The helicopter sat beside of me, sitting up our hover. So I sort of ignored him a minute. Now he gone. I wasn't worried about it as long as he didn't bother me. See what we got here. Not sure what that thing meant. If I was, I'd probably kick you, but I don't know. As long as he lets my plane alone, I'm not going to worry with him right at the moment. There he is right there. See it? He's in the server with me and flying along with me. Best to come in the air close to the host. $14 miles. This is getting further around now. We're not actually getting any further, but the closer we get, the more it leans to us. As we pass it, we get behind us. When we go to turn, it should be getting close to that angle right there away from us. Somewhere as this comes in, this line comes down to here. Along there. Then the plane will be turning and flying the opposite direction away from it. And we'll start looking for that one, which is right there. And I said 270. The further we go this way, the closer it'll be to 270. I believe we could fly a little lower here. It looks of it. Let's go down 500. I don't know what the peaks are between or where we're going. I got 1,000. We'll try 1,000 lower. Get down closer to the ground. Bring the graphics in a little better. What I can also do is bring this up, this over here. There's that other plane right there now. Leaving us out enough to see our target. This is that, and let's see Yakima right there then. So, no, Yakima will be right there. And could even be, maybe if I'll be over here, right along here's where it is. But what I want to bring is up for is that right there, the ability to tell the terrain around me how risky I'm getting. As long as it's bright green, I got nothing to worry about. And Yakima here, everything's green. If that's Yakima, I believe it is. I'm showing it on, let's see what it's showing it on now. I'm showing Yakima right now to be about 290. GPS don't always work either. This here makes it 300, 310, or 3305, and I'm reading about 290 on here. 305 be up there, so they don't always work together, but I'm still awful sure that's it right there. We're zoomed to 50, that's about 70 miles probably from where I'm at, be my guess. That could be a little give or take some on that. Everything looks alright here. We're still down to 7,500. Everything still looks pretty good. Let's come on down another 500. There is mountains in here. I just don't want to get too involved with them. Get down where we can see the ground a little better though. No use being this high. And also, I got to get set up for a landing. I was going down to ILS in, and we've got a runway. Our runways at Yakima is 9, 27, 4, and 22. And 27 is the one got ILS. That's what I'm going to choose. 27, the runway is 7,590 feet long. The ILS is 11010, and the runway heading is 271. We're not ready to set that part up, but once we switch over on that radio, now we see this needle here is taking over now. The plane is turning into that right now. So now we're putting that signal behind us, and it'll take it a few minutes to get around there. We're flying pretty fast. It's a little hard to. And once we get around here, we'll switch the signals over. Bring us to 270 for now. We know that it's not going to be exactly 270, but whatever it is, it is. But I'm worried that lines up. Okay, quit coughing today. I've been having trouble now for a couple, 3 days. It seems like it might be getting tighter. I gotta go Friday, next Friday. Have blood work done. Six-month checkup. Friday, then the following Friday, I think, go back for the doctor's appointment. Well, that guy decided he didn't want to fly no more. He left. A lot of open country out here. Let's come down another 500. We may have to go back up and get over something, but let's come down. This is all showing so far that we're in good shape. Now we're pretty well lined up right now. I'm going to set this right here back on the heading bug. The bar's lined pretty good. Now we're 270 heading bug. Now we bring this one up. I'll show you where it's at. A little further over than I had planned, but that's alright too. We'll bring this one. That's supposed to be sitting at 8. How I just lost it, I don't know, but it did. Anyway, I swear I just said it a minute ago. Let's bring this around to where this one is. That's where we gotta be. At least till we get a little closer, we're 70 something miles. Probably go out there at 70. Pretty darn good guess, wasn't it? I guess is all it was. Around here and get this plane line back around there. Now what we could do now, we can set this on runway heading, which was 271. So that is runway heading right there on that. So we need to get into that line before we get there. We can wait a little later, but and I was also what I fixed to do a while ago is the altitude of this airport we're going on is 1,090 feet, which I'm gonna call it 1,100. close enough to 1100 we can use that for talking. And I generally approach it 4500 above it. Give me 5600 approach. Which I can drop this down on this plane to another 2000 down, but I'm gonna leave it there for now. With a big plane, I would want that, every bit of it. But you got 1100 for altitude on the airport and 4500. The 55, 5600. That's where we're headed. So this can be down to 5600 up on approach, but you may have to cross the mountain before you get to that approach. Which that looks like to me we're alright already, but I'm just trying to be more sure. 100 mile scale, 50 mile scale. We're headed right there, without a doubt. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to be flying to the east of the airport. In order to come in to the west, I have to be east of it. But we're still pretty good ways out. We'll get a little closer first, and then we'll swing a few degrees to the east of it to come around behind the airport, behind the runway. We got to hit it on this angle with this bar line. That is also VOR, not the ILS. Now that we've got the VOR up, we can set our ILS and get ready for it. The ILS numbers was 110 and 10. 110 and 10. But that's the ILS. It'll be about 20 from 30 to 25 to 30 miles out. Should be able to catch it. At that point, we want to be lying pretty good on this and down to about the right altitude. But you can stay high at the last minute and drop in. If you got any doubt, especially at night in the mountains, try to stay clear and drop in where you know it's clear already. If you've ever been there, you'll should know where you can get down and where you can't. Nobody else on the team speaks today except for Razor, and he's been sitting up there since yesterday, so he's not in either unless he come in the last few minutes. I tried to speak to him a couple, 30, 40 minutes ago. He didn't answer, so apparently he's not there. But that's where he was yesterday when he stopped to go watch football. I believe what he said. Either that or what he's going to do today, I don't know which. Uh, 60 miles out. Closer you get, the less distance around it will be. I usually start way too early getting around it, so I'm going to try to get a little closer this time. Start cutting across. Of course, point to point, most direct point is usually the shortest, so I don't know, to me it seems like it's further, but it's supposed to be closer. If you're going to be over there, get over there straight from here instead of going around it. It would be closer for sure, it just don't feel like it. But if you got over way early, then it would be longer, I guess. Hope this sounds alright. Well, it don't sound exactly right, dude. I got everything taping wide open, I think, so it don't really matter. Yeah, the engine sounds down a little. Same as they were though, I hadn't changed them. A pretty good night's sleep, I should be alright, but just yawn real big anyway. Get out here and try to find stuff to do with. If I don't do it today, I gotta have stuff to do it tomorrow. I didn't finish what I was doing because I didn't have what I needed with me. Had most of it, but not all of it. $52 miles out, about 40 we'll start getting over. Come around about 10, 12 degrees, 15 to the right at that time. That'll get us over on that side of the airport. What the VOR will do to bring you to it, but you gotta switch to ILS. Looks like, just looking at this right here, on the GPS here, that the airport is behind the VOR by a mile or two, so that much a bit difference from what you'll read here down what you'll read on ILS. So when this reads 30, you really got about 31, 32 miles. Probably. Looks as rare, maybe that much as 5. That circle right there may be a 5-mile circle. And it's right in the circle. And it won't be a dead line with ILS, probably. Could be, but don't have to be. So I mean, once it comes on, you got to switch from one to the other and get over to it. But that still means getting over, not going all the way around the airport to find it. We'll be on the right side when we get there. That's the main thing. Headed the right direction, right side. That was the intention of setting this. If it was around here at the back, then I'd have to go way around first. And I'm going to set that right there so I can't fly past it. Now this is I've gotten off this side. I'm off the wrong side now. I need to get over a little bit. I'm not even headed straight to the airport no more. This straight top be straight, go straight to the VOR. Way up to the top. We're 46 miles out. I'm gonna cut 10 degrees to the right at 40 miles. I'll make it 15, but at 40 we won't have a lot to close up on. This comes down to close to approaching ice. I'm at 56. Let's try 5600 and see how bad the ground looks. Too much, we can ease back up, work our way around it. Whoops, 5600 there. Keep all the ground on the map here. $43 miles out. 10 will be 303, 330. Oh, 303. There's 10. There's 15 degrees to the right. Let's put the airport on our left. Probably not near enough. We may need a little more. But let's see what that does. We still got to go 20, 30, 25, 30 miles here. That'll break us around a little more dead on its own. We're still coming down 700 feet a minute. Back off about 215. As long as the engines don't slow down, we really didn't slow down none. We don't want to change this, we need to change the actual speed of the plane. It means it wasn't doing that much. If you hear the engine change, then we made a difference. $38 miles out. I'm gonna go around another 5 degrees to the east. There we go, because I don't like the way it closes up on the airport before we're ready. Probably should have turned 45 degrees instead of 15. But that would put you catty corner across the corner, straight across. That's pretty close to what we wanted. Still coming down. Airspeed to hold it, altimeter. Why is this thing coming down? Because that button there's gotten turned off. How in the heck did it get turned off? Well, that button's supposed to be on. You switch these here around, sometimes it'll turn them on and off. Especially if you click that. I don't remember turning that, but I might have. But we wasn't coming down like we need to be, and now we need to be more than we have got. So let's speed the matter up a little bit since we're still climbing probably at that rate. But that button there's open already set. If I had to come inside, I might not recognize it. That's reading the ground ain't never showed no change on the GPS. But I was thinking by the time I got there, I'll be seeing some risky places. But we got to be down there before we get to that point. Let's get rid of this again for now. Now we're coming down, but it may not be fast enough now. If we slow this down, we'll probably come down faster. We're getting to a point now we need to get slowed down anyway a little bit. Now we heard the engines change. Okay. They should have changed this on descent, to be honest with you. Now that'll bring him on down. Let's see what we're at, 7,000. Falling through 76. Got a little cross breeze here. Winds of turbulence to these little hills here, rolling on us. Got turbulence giving us a hit. Pretty windy up in here today. I get all these unstable clouds. But we're below them, we're still IFR. We're going to fly in some like VFR, but on a VFR we're going to fly in IFR, but we can still see, we don't have to. Alright, well, it seems like we might be either the wind quit. Yeah, we're getting ready to level off. 100 more. Just leveled off. Now we're where we should have been. Let's see what the GPS says now. See everything outside. We're still inside of here though. So little yellow mountains here, but we're above them, supposedly. Alright, see, we got this circle here, which is probably a 5-mile circle, and a VOR we out here and there. So you're gonna, this 25 is going to be about 30 miles to the airport, the way I see it. But now we also, now we can start here. We're fixing to get ready to turn. I think that's moving there now. Getting ready to turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this one. We lose control of it over here, but we're going to need it in order to tell when it comes on. The snow here will take care of it as long as it's up. It is a set on flight to it. Navigation, as soon as that gets right, this lighter will go out. Now, get rid of this again. We don't need this no more. We don't stop coming down. Everything looks good around us. We don't need this right at the moment. I don't know. I like to keep it handy. Hey, that window set. I don't know. That window set for something else. It's that big for reasons. I know why. That's all right. It's got 2 products in there. I got one of them closed off. It's got a radar. Oh, our ILS just came on. So as of right now, even though we haven't yet turned, we can switch to ILS. We're turning now. Switch to ILS, and then we can go further the way we was going and go back to it. All right, the ILS is still ready to take over. I wasn't sure it would be, but it was. That's the reason I went to here first to give it a flight, give it that, and when this goes out, it's automatically right, so you know you're right. If it stayed on, then you're not right. But now we're in the approach. This thing should fly, heck, at about 70, 80 knots. Easy enough. 60 to 70 probably. But now we turn this off. We no longer need this. We're on this. We have no mileage and no DME. So what I'm gonna do now is switch this one back to there, which won't be exactly right, but to give you a general idea of what I'm looking at. I know it's about 5 miles off, so whatever reading here, it's 5 miles further to the airport until we pass this. And it'll tell you where it's at too. As you pass it, it'll tell you where it's at. Close that. We don't need it no more. And this is pointing to the VOR, and this is headed to the ILS. This distance is to VOR, not to ILS. Alright, look how close we are to these little mountains now. Oh, we got a lot of cross breeze. I'm going to bring up a little bit of equipment here. We'll stay outside a few minutes and watch it. We're down pretty close to the ground. There's a streak of, I don't know, like I say, I know where the airport is. I don't remember ever being to the airport in real life in Yakima. I did, I don't remember. It might have. We traveled around quite a bit over there. Went weekends, we went out, they had places. They've got irrigation ditches developed into recreation areas. So you go out there and ain't up an irrigation ditch, but it's like a beach on both sides. Pretty wide, like a creek, got little bridges across it. Nice little place for a party to carry on. That's what we done. The military for you. Get out and cut up and have yourself a ball. Get time off. That's all you had left to do, might well. We spent quite a little bit of time on those up in Yakima, on those areas. I don't remember what area was in for the military part. It actually had been before this right here was probably designed. This was designed earlier, but it was updated. I imagine if it was updated, it'd been after that. Should be able to pick out military spots on here, to be honest with you. Alright, we have ILS up now. Get this right here back to the top, not that it even matters, it don't. But make both of these match. That's what I'd like to do. That way if you need it, you lock on, you're already in the right direction. You don't have to turn around to catch it. Now, I'm seeing the diamonds here are moving. That means we're within glide slope range at this altitude. And if we drop down, this will become further away. But since we got mountains under us, let's just stay up here. Now I'm gonna, once these go to moving like they're doing now, they're moving, go ahead and set your foot. But that light went out, this started flying the plane. Still using this, and it's waiting on this. This is your elevation. This is your direction. Glide slope right to the airport. Now I'm going to drop this back to about 100. I'm sure to fly. Well, let's go ahead and make it 95. It shouldn't have any problem with that. Should get down to 80 without any problem. My guess, I don't remember. Been a long time since I've flown this plane like that, or not a long time either. I just forget. I flew it on video not long ago, but I can't remember what it was. I don't have it written down nowhere. Alright, she's fixing to take over. That light there's fixing to go out right there. When that lines with this line, that light will go out. Give or take a little on that line. There you go. Now these diamonds are flying my elevation. Now all I gotta do is make sure these diamonds stay in the center. Airspeed will do that. Too fast and they'll go down. Too slow and they'll go up. If they go up, you're too low. Other than that, you're alright. Now, like I say, right down to breakover. You can't count this right here. It's too quick. See if it'll re-regulate itself. That's what counts. I'm gonna go on down to 90 knots. And where this says this is low means we're high. Plane's above the glide slope just a little at this point. Going back down to 85. Whoa, watch out, Will. There's our airport in front of us. Runway's in sight. Once I get this down, I'm gonna move around a little bit. Still sitting here. Put this up, get it started on up to the internet. I didn't do it in a live stream, so my live streams don't seem to work like I think they should. I don't know what to do about them, so this works pretty good. I'll just stay with it. I'll work on it some more another time. At 81 now, we got 59. We've used 21 gallons at this point. Burning 6 gallons an hour right now idling. Because it is idling. $1,600 RPM though. They ain't really an idle, but it sure sounds like one. Now this shows we're a hair low now. But this plane might not fly as slow as I was talking. They're not. If those slip away anymore, I need to add a little speed back. The wind's got a lot to do with that too. It's popping around and makes it hard to hold itself. Hey. What's that right there? Approach to the field. I'm not sure why that scenery's cut like that, but that's where they done it. The upper half of the scenery it's got this into it, the bottom half don't. This is direct scenery to this plane, this is scenery to the background scenery too. Which creates one, but they don't have these connected. Oh, babe. Let's get this up and see where we at. And this will tell us that the airport is. We'll see where the UR is. It's still in front of us. 4 miles. We could still be out as much as 10 to from the airport. I need that to tell what I'm doing. It's down pretty good shape. This shows, well, this showing crooked means the wind's got us a little bit, we're crabbing. Wind's blowing slow when we're trying to fly back in. But right now, showing us fly the wrong way. To do that, it should be slowly altered, I believe it is. It should move this line here right along here in order to start working back toward that center line. Or it's slowly getting that direction. But we're looking good on this part. And we can handle this part manually if we have to. That's the last minute. I'm gonna set my throttle for landing. I'll preset my throttle on my joystick. It's about half, just quarter to half throttle. When it takes over, that's where it'll go to, which will be a little high probably for this plane. I'm gonna back it off about a quarter to 3/4. It's a quarter to what third, what I'd say. Now there, the VOR is off to my right, about 45 degrees, give or take a little, and coming around. We're 1 mile from the VOR, or coming from one with 1.7. So we're gonna fly about a mile away. Look, give or take a little. It's off to one side as well as being extended out to the airspace. when that green line lined up with this one, that's exactly straight off my right wing. And it's a mile and a half right now. We got time to look. Maybe we have, maybe we don't. Alright, right there. Alright. We'll be preparing to land. I'll be taking over here just a minute. Turn the autopilot off and put it on the ground. Fan keeping that man cool. No, that's what this one out here does though. That big fan out front, that's all it's for, to keep the pilot cool. You don't believe it, you let it stop spinning and watch you sweat. Right there's a generator, what that is. Fan turning in the air, creating electricity for the plane. DC current. Alright, taking over. I have control. Everything but the throttle. So far, I gotta have it touch the throttle. Once I touch it, it'll be mine too. Get her down. I'm gonna touch the throttle right now. I hear it speed up. I told you it'd probably be a little high. I don't fly as smooth as autopilot did. Playing a little bit quick on that too. Trying to get the trim to make it easier to do. Come on down and get next to them numbers. Come on down and get next to them numbers. Man, say, why land on the numbers? You got all that extra runway out there. Use it. We bounced. We was too fast. A little bit. If you ain't too fast, you probably won't bounce. For this type plane. Those what went camel, that thing was bad about it. I could have said it bounced it. They had it in default planes. What about look at that? I believe I don't found one. Hot dog, I didn't know it was even here. I don't found one. I know what that is. That's an add-on scenery right there. A friend of ours gave us. A man built it. Built him some, and I think the man's not here now. But anyway, how about a cup of coffee for everybody? I hope it ain't too many people because this coffee's high. I can't afford it, but there you go right there. That's putting it in the scenery. Right there. Let's add it on. A fly-through. Starbucks. There you go. That's. I didn't realize that was here when I came up here. I knew we had some all over the northeast corner, but I didn't know which ones. There's the one in Yakima. It sure is. Okay. All right, now let's shut this thing down and go get us a cup of coffee, and we call it a day. I'm gonna try to turn some lights out. I don't think we got any lights on. I never turn them on, I think. Nope, I never turn them on. Okay, we flew in the dark. We'll just shut the power off. I did turn the power on. And we'll shut the plane down and shut the fuel off. It'll quit. There you go. That's all about there now. And there's what a little Starbucks looks like. There's a fuel station for fuel. The default scenery except for the Starbucks. That was added here a couple of weeks ago to mine. Anyway, that's it now. I'm gonna say bye-bye, and I'll catch y'all later. We'll try to get another video out pretty soon. This is Old Town Dog, and I'm gonna be gone. Bye-bye. Catch you later.